Yeah, we're excited. Happy Equinox to everyone. So excited to be here with you all. Here you are, Jonas. I was like, where is he? All right. Feel good to go. Jonas, you ready?
Yeah,
Say hi.
Equinox, everybody. Good to see you all. Yeah. So, let's welcome you into the space today. Take a deep breath, settle into your seat. I imagine you all have cacao made. It's really wonderful to see all the places across the world that you're tuning in from and all the different kinds of cacao you're connecting with today. Um, yeah, really, really stoked to see everybody. And we're going to jump right in. It's been a while since I've gotten to facilitate here on Zoom with you all. It's we've had such an amazing lineup of facilitators. It's been wonderful to take the back seat and just let other people share their medicine. And it's so nice for me to be back in this space and sharing cacao the way I do, and collaborating with Eve, who's held many a ceremony for us. So yeah, let's hold our cups of cacao, um, and just bring them up to the sky. And here we give gratitude for the air element, um, giving thanks for the sweet oxygen that fills our lungs and gives us the breath of life. We wouldn't be alive without this simple action: inhale, exhale, the rising of energy, the falling of energy that connects us to all the other living, breathing beings on this planet. So we thank you, Air, for connecting us to all of life. And we give particular thanks to the winds that have cleared some of the wildfire smoke in California and helped all of those under clouds of smoke take a deeper breath today. I give thanks to our belly, the bottom of our lungs, and our chest, the top of our lungs, as we take an inhale all the way, filling both the belly and the chest, and releasing it and giving it back. We thank you, Air, for the sacred relationship that we're in with you. We love you and we welcome you to the ceremony today. And bringing your cup of cacao down to the earth, you can set it on the table or on the ground, wherever you are. And taking a big exhale and really setting in to your bones, feeling your body structure, remembering your body, connecting to it, letting it rest on the earth. And here we give thanks to you, Pachamama, the foundation beneath our feet, beneath our sits bones, under our body every time that we go to rest at night. And we thank you for always receiving us and always nourishing and nurturing us however we come to you. You're always right there, lovingly accepting us. And especially on this equinox, we give abundant thanks for the way in which you nourish us, all the fruits and vegetables and seeds that you give us to harvest and nurture our physical bodies with minerals and vitamins and all that nourishment that we need to live and be active in the world and be healthy. So thank you, Earth, for just giving so generously. And also giving thanks to the mycelium and the mushroom beneath our feet, connecting all the trees together, passing resources along, and helping to heal life on the earth with its unique medicine, and also for composting, taking back the dead material shed by life and creating new fertile soil from that dead material to create more life. So we give thanks for this very aliveness of the earth beneath our feet and the constant cyclical nature that it goes through. Oh, thank you, Earth. We love you, and we're happy to be in ceremony with you today. And let's bring our cups of cacao to our hearts. Here we give gratitude to water, to the constant circulation of water on this earth, in the same way that our hearts constantly circulate blood all the way through our being, from our heart up to our brain and back to our heart, to the tips of our fingers and back to our heart, to the tips of our toes and back to our heart, up and down our spine and back to our heart. Without this constant recirculation of energy, we could not live. And the planet is the same way. It could not live with the recirculation of the water falling down as rain and pouring forth from deep springs, coursing through rivers and streams, tumbling down waterfalls and trickling into the ocean, lifting back up into the sky, and coming down again as sacred rain, as thunderstorms, as mist, as fog. Such a miracle to behold this magical cycle and all the shapes that it takes and all the ways in which it touches life. We thank you, water, profoundly, and we bow to you. Sometimes you're quite forceful, like the flooding hitting Louisiana right now. We bow to your power and recognize that you're so dynamic in nature, from the stillness of a lake to the torrent of a flood. And really honor you in all your forms as you're constantly shifting and in all forms healing and offering life back. So we thank you, water, and we welcome you to the ceremony today. And now extending our cups of cacao towards the screen, towards our circle, our community, imagining we're around a central fire here today, all sharing cups of cacao. And right in the middle is that hearth, the fire of this community, the fire of love, the fire of connection. And give great thanks to your transformative power, fire. And again, we bow to you and honor the way that you are speaking to communities and people up and down the west coast of the United States right now, and reminding us that we live in a fire ecology, that fire has a place in the way that we steward the land, and waking all of us up to the fact that we need to get very real and serious about our commitments to act on global climate change and not continue our unhealthy relationship to fire as it has been. So we thank you, fire, for the potency and urgency of your message, even as we grieve some of the destruction and the lands transformed and the homes lost. We recognize you, fire, and we heed your message, and we pay you so much respect as you wake us up and inspire us to make change and to come together from our hearts so that we can act together in community and ignite all of our passions in service to making this home, this very earth that we live on, a better place for all of life, for all humans and all creatures and all spirits and all of the ancestors that are here too, the rock beings, just the many forms that life is here with and that we are in relationship with. So thank you, Fire. We welcome you, and we're grateful that you're here in ceremony today. We love you. And now just holding our cups of cacao right in the center of these four directions, these four elements. And here we give thanks to the great mystery, the magic of it all, the terrifying unknown of it all, our trust in the whole process of living life, of simply being given this life freely and being here, trying to make sense of it, listening to the urges and callings of our spirit, and making good prayers for this life. So we thank you, Great Mystery, for all the ways that you connect us to time beyond this life and beings beyond our own physical incarnate human form. We thank you for this sacred web that we're in, and we welcome you into the ceremony today and all of your wisdom. We love you. Thank you. And now bringing your cups of cacao right up to your nose, taking a deep inhale in, smelling the beautiful aromas of the cacao. And exhaling, you can breathe an intention into your cacao that you bring today to this ceremony on this equinox. It can be big or small, just whatever's present in the moment, just blowing that on the cacao. And taking another sweet inhale of the aromas. And remembering your laughter and your playfulness and just your joy to be alive as you take this sip. And take a nice big sip. I'm happy to celebrate this plant with you today, and thank you so much to Cacao. Blessings.
Mm. And while you all are sipping your cacao, I'm going to play a little flute. Thank you, Jonas. It's a very powerful opening prayer.
Thank you, Eve, for the beautiful medicine flute. So just staying connected to your breath, staying connected to the sensations of the cacao, taking another sip as we're here, and deepening and relaxing into the medicine. So much of working with cacao is actually a surrender and a letting go of, I'm going to do ceremony now and it's going to look like this and here's my intention. Like, yes, we get to steer the ship a little bit, but we also really get to receive and nourish. And so much of us are putting out so much energy, and this time is for you to receive and to relax, let go of any expectation, any thought about what's going to happen now, and especially to feel the back of your heart. So to bring awareness to your spinal column behind your chest. Let yourself lean back a little bit. And take an exhale there as you rest back in your seat. And adjust your posture to simply being here, being fully supported, and not having to be forward and outward, but to be in this back position. Remembering the back of your body is just as important as the front of your body, even though you can't see it nearly as well. It's just as much a part of us. So resting in our back body. I'm going to go into a short breath work. If you want to take another sip of cacao, now's a good time. And just rest right back into your back body. And here, you can breathe. So at first, there's absolutely nothing to do. Just be present. Feel your body, scan your body, see if there's any place that has friction, tightness, soreness, any space in your body, or your body has energy or buzzing. Maybe your whole body feels flexible. Just see what you notice. So just allow your breath to do its own thing while you're here. You don't need to control it at all. So here we give thanks to our body, and we give thanks to the medicine, which is now a part of our body. It's become part of us. It's here to collaborate with us. And we can simply relax into that knowing that we're so taken care of. And just continuing to observe your body gently. And now bring some awareness to your breath and just notice what it's doing at the moment. Like, how is the quality of your breathing? Is it shallow or is it deep? Is it fast or is it slow? There's no judgment here, just observation of the quality of your breath. Is it filling your lungs? Is it filling your chest? Is it filling your belly? Are you breathing through your nose? Are you breathing through your mouth? The quality of our breath affects our emotional state throughout the day. And when we observe it, we can also regulate our emotional state by choosing to alter the pattern of our breath to bring us more energy, more life, to ground us. We can use it in all sorts of ways. But for now, just observing that baseline still. And giving thanks to this miracle of breath that just happens. We don't have to do anything to breathe in and breathe out. So we rest here. And now just taking a slightly longer inhale And a slightly longer exhale. Just slightly longer inhale and slightly longer exhale. And just notice the feeling of that simple change in your breath. It's not a forceful, you're not holding your breath, you're simply elongating it. And perhaps you'll notice as you do this that with each inhale, your energy rises a little bit, and then with each exhale, it falls back down a little bit. Just allowing yourself to be nurtured by being enveloped in the cycle of energy rising, energy falling. It's simply energy moving with our breath up and down, over and over and over again. And finding your enjoyment in this. Finding your peace. Allow one more cycle to complete. And now on your next inhale, bring your body into equilibrium. So moving a little forward from that resting back body posture that you've been. Not leaning forward, just finding the center point where your body is relaxed. And right here again, take a deep breath in and exhale, just from that place of elongating the breath, allowing the rhythm to keep moving you. And what's important here is noticing the pacing of your breath. You're not rushing to get to a full breath, or you're not rushing to get to an empty breath. You're simply elongating the natural cycle. And now we're going to elongate that natural cycle further without rushing, just fully exhaling in order to inhale and just fill yourself up, fill your lungs, and without holding, once you reach the top, let go and allow it all back out. So now the cycle of our breaths might be 1.5 or 2 times as long as it was naturally when we were resting. Filling yourself up completely, noticing the energy rise and giving it right back, allowing it out, emptying yourself. And continuing this cycle of rising and falling. Here, give yourself permission to embody it a little bit more. You can rise up, you could open your arms with your breath and fill to your full wingspan. You can bring those arms back down to the ground as you empty. You can curl up in a ball as you empty. And then open up again like a starfish splaying and breathing in all the way to your fingertips. And then exhaling and giving it back down. Stretching out your limbs as you do this, feeling your expansion and your contraction. Maybe reaching up on this one, reaching up as high as you can reach. And then curling back in like you're in your bed and getting all cozy and comfy and cuddly with your favorite stuffed animal. And inhaling again, just exploring maybe twisting or breathing into one side and closing back into your center. And breathing in to open to your other side. And bringing back the energy into your center. If you're sitting, maybe breathing into your toes and stretching out your legs, kicking them out. And coming right back in. I won't say anything for a few cycles. Just continue to explore and go where it feels good. And one more cycle. Yeah. And now returning to center and just letting go of your breath control and letting your breath do its own thing again. See where it goes to. Maybe it's staying in a deep place. Maybe it's becoming a little more shallow again. And especially tune into any sensations in your body. Perhaps there's a tingling or a warmth or a lightness or a color that you notice in certain parts of your body. And relaxing. Giving so much gratitude to our bodies and this miracle of breath. Thank you for bringing your attention to the simple act of breathing and awakening our bodies together. We'll take this opportunity now to let our eyes gently open if they're not open already, and take another sip of cacao. And then Eve is going to welcome us into our dancing part of the ceremony.
Thank you, Jonas. Potent breathing time, and apologies if there was any distractions with the music. We have a little technical back end things we're trying to figure out with that. So yes, so as it is the equinox, equinox is actually a Latin term that means equal day and night. And so literally on the equinoxes, we have 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of darkness. And so with this dance, our invitation to you is to really play with opposites, play with contrasts, play with slow movements and quick movements, or strong movements or sensual movements. Let yourself dream into what it feels like to dance like very inner, and what it feels like to dance very extroverted. And as always, if you would like to turn your screen off and really like let yourself go into your own private space, we really welcome that. And yeah, just to really be in the exploration of balance, of what is balancing for you. How can you move with your body, with your breath, with your thoughts, with your visions, in a curious way of this balance that we are all finding ourselves in on this equinox, no matter where we are in the world, because I know that you know, on the opposite hemisphere, we're welcoming in spring. So yeah. Sina, if you would like to play the music now, that would be great. And yeah, we're gonna Oh, go ahead.
Which songs?
It's the second and the third song. And it's going to be about a 10 or 12-minute dance journey. So really let yourself explore and know that there's spaciousness in time. Oh, yes. Mm, eat it. So we can all bring our cups of cacao to our hearts and just savor any insight that came through in your dance, or how are you feeling right now? What's alive? And just let that flow into your cup and drink it up. Mm. That was really, really good. My feather came and wanted to dance with me, and it was like going everywhere. And I was like, whoa, okay, I get it. You want to fly. um, so we'd love to hear from, we've got time for about 2 people to come on the call and just share if you're feeling like you're popping and you want to just share what that dance was like for you, or how the breath work has been. Just, we want to hear your voice, and then we're going to go into some journaling. And for everybody else, a fun prompt we have is to just share with 1 and 3 words how that dance was for you in the chat. And if anybody wants to come on and share your voice, please do so. I know that's a lot to,
I'll go ahead.
Yay.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes, totally.
Okay. So I brought up my dance partner.
Oh, and we have a limited time, so just like 1 minute. Yeah.
Okay, so I was the opposites. I put my crystals in one had something weighty and a feather, and I was dancing around, and I was dancing then with Jesus, and I was dancing with Thich Nhat Hanh over all of us, and seeing us a little bit, but also above. So as above, so below, and it was awesome. I could have done that all night. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arma. Thank you for sharing.
Healing.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Goofy.
I'm happy to share.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm Casey. This is my first cacao ceremony with you guys, and it's fantastic so far. My message through the dance was do things that make you feel alive. And in every single way, I was at times dancing the water, dancing the fire, dancing deep down into the earth, and just each element was coming through in a different way that made me feel like I was blooming. It was awesome.
Thank you so much. Happy to have you here, Casey. Okay, well, all of these wonderful 3 words are coming through on the chat. And we're going to go right into our journaling. And we'll actually go a little bit shorter on the journaling so we can have some time to share in the community after. So I will post those. And Jonas, did you want to say anything here?
Yeah, this journaling exercise is, think of your dance as the vegetables in your garden that just spent all summer growing, and they just blossomed into full fruit or full vegetable, and now you get to pick them and see what's here to harvest. So really these questions are just to prompt you to harvest your dance experience and harvest whatever is pulsing through your body right now as a result of the dancing and the breathing and the cacao. So we'll leave it at that. The questions are right there in the chat. Enjoy.
And we'll get some music going here in a moment. finish up, I'll just take another minute. All right. Bringing your cup of cacao to your heart again. Feeling the community here, feeling all of our connection, all of us journaling, dancing, praying together, and just imagining a vine or roots growing out from your sits bones and over to our fellow brothers and sisters here on the call. And just taking in a sip of this cacao that is all flowing in our blood right now. And so we would love to hear your voice. How are you? What's alive in your world? How is this ceremony for you? What wisdom is bubbling up to the surface? What needs to be witnessed? And yeah, we have time for 5 or 10 minutes of sharing. So if you would like to share, you can unmute yourself or you can type in the chat.
I'll share.
Yay.
Hi, everybody. I wanted to share that what came up for me was really about being grateful for Mother Earth and all of her elements, and for my family, and then my beautiful body, being able to move in my body, the sweet taste of the cacao, the feel of this, the material that I'm wearing. Like, all of the senses just are so alive, and especially like in dancing, that just brought it all forward. Like the joy of being in body, the joy of moving that body, and all that comes with being embodied. So that's what I got out of it.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Who else is ready to share? I know you
share.
Yay.
Oh, thank you so much, Eve and Jonas. This was probably my favorite ceremony yet. Just felt really, really alive. What came up for me was this really, really strong connection with the air. And I realized that it's been kind of coming up maybe for the last 2 weeks or so, and I didn't really draw it together until the journaling. I've been felt really called lately to return to a more regular breathwork practice, and I've been feeling really inspired by fall just hit about 3-4 days ago here. It got crisp real quick, and I've been loving it and just really feeling that like that crisp air coming in and like the wind and the trees, and spending so much time just sitting outside in my backyard and like watching it be and feeling like this air is caressing these leaves and it's caressing my body on the outside and my hair, and it's dancing down my body, and I'm just like, oh, freaking magic. So yeah, just feeling like, wow, the air is so wow, for lack of a better word. And really loving how, and I felt that so much in the dancing of just finding so much freedom and movement as just like feeling like so liberated, so uninhibited. Yeah, just like feeling more alive than I've felt in what feels like months. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Cacao, thank you all. Yeah, love it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. It's blocking your name, so oh, there you go, Krista. Thank you, Krista. Yeah, and we'll just do the traditional bringing our cups to our lips and yeah, drinking with everyone's share. Yeah, I'm really feeling the air element as well. So definitely resonate. Who else? Who else would like to share?
I can share. Hi. I just got some body work done this morning, like right before this ceremony, and I feel so elated. It's like the cacao is just able to be in like every part of my being, and it's so amazing. Yeah, and I'm also going through a big life transition right now, and that's been really hard, but it's almost like today, which just happens to be the fall equinox. I mean, I don't think it's coincidence. I feel like I'm like in this new vibration of elation. You know, it's like this shift, this totally like cosmic DNA inspired shift. So thank you so much for today. And Jonas, I loved your comment about the compost and the earth and like how alive the earth is, because I think when we think about the earth, we think of like grounding and density, but it's like when we ground down, we're able to connect to that aliveness. Like, and so when you said that, I could just really feel it. I could see all the microbes in the soil and how it makes the cacao, and it was just so beautiful. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Jade. To further DNA activation, elation.
Well, thank you for all those beautiful shares. I just want to acknowledge and celebrate just the feeling space that we're in, the elation, the joy, the ease, the sensuality, the connection. You know, it's not that other things aren't happening, but perhaps in this equinox moment and with the medicine of cacao, we're finding an ability to hold the balance between both. It's like, yes, there's some challenges, things we're working with, and yes, we're alive and we're connected and we have our joy too. And so really being able to celebrate being right in the middle of that is a beautiful thing to witness in community in this equinox, and they're very much resonating with that as well. So thank you for reflecting that in all of your different and beautiful ways. It's yeah, just a beautiful moment of celebration. So thank you. I have a poem to read for all of us to just channel some of this energy back in gratitude to the earth. This poem actually came to me through a friend on Earth Day, and it feels appropriate in this moment. So the poem says, "Dear beloved earth, you whose soft green grass kissed my feet at dawn, whose overwhelming beauty stirs my soul and gladdens my heart. You who hold us with tireless generosity, please forgive us for our trespasses and inspire us with a renewed sense of what is possible as we attune ourselves to your wisdom and your beauty, your infinite, wondrous, miraculous mystery. Wake us from this illusory trance in service of life and in service of well-being for all the dear beings, seen and unseen, in this precious world. Amen."
Thank you, Jonas. Wow, such a potent prayer, and I'm really resonating with this sentiment of holding the balance of all that is in our fields at this time, COVID, and fires, and personal challenges, and then really being able to anchor in our joy and beauty and celebration and harvest this season we're welcoming in. Oh, well, seems as though we're coming to a close here, and yeah, I'm wondering how to close the container. What feels alive? Perhaps we can just close our eyes for a moment and come back to our breath, and again, just anchoring in this moment in time, this hour of what has stirred and become clear, something that you can take forward within your day and within this next cycle. And giving gratitude to the medicine of cacao, the medicine of this community, and gratitude to technology for helping us connect here in this moment.
Yeah, and I feel caused to presence the word effortlessness, to take that out into the day with us, and remember that we can be effortless in our love, that by simply relaxing into it, we can actually allow it to flow much more strongly than if we tried. So to really come from that place of the back body, of the easeful breath, and the simple beating heart that we all are, and in our own unique way to share the love frequency as we move on into this day and the next and the next, as the days get shorter and the nights get longer, to resonate effortlessly in love. Thank you, family. It's so good to be with you all today. Blessings.
Yeah, blessings, everyone.
Do we want to do a group goodbye? Okay, I'm going to unmute everyone, and we can all shower the equinox and everyone with all our love. 1, 2, 3.
Aloha, shalom, namaste.
Bye.
Bye.
Love, joy,
Thank you
peace,
all.
happiness, forgiveness.
So much love.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.